Welcome back to another episode of the comment section. I am your host T.
And I am your host Coco.
And we have a special guest in the building today, y'all. We have Miss Riah Michelle, Miss Artist Riah Michelle.
Hey.
Add the rounds of applause. Thank you for coming to join us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You look nice.
You do.
Thank you, so do y'all.
I love your nails.
Oh, I did it myself, actually.
No.
I've seen you.
Yeah.
I look on your page. You know I do my research, girl.
I didn't have them done yesterday, and I was like, I got to do my nails today for the podcast tomorrow. I can't go in there with no nails.
And you did them today?
No, I finished them today.
Oh, okay.
I just had started them yesterday, and my little toes, but I got fat feet. I don't look at my feet. Ah! My little corn.
Girl, they won't be able to. But, so you just do nails like part-time, like that show side gig, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like my little side thing, but hopefully eventually just turn into like the main thing until the music is the main thing.
Right.
Right. So tell us about yourself.
Give people a little background. Just a little background if they don't know you.
Okay. My name is Riah Michelle. I'm from Houston, Texas. I am a pop artist, so I make pop and contemporary music. I do nails. I'm a mom. I have a 3-year-old.
Aww.
So I kind of do a little bit of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. We always start off our episodes just checking in, you know, just trying to see where your mental is. So how you feeling today? How you?
Oh, I like that question because people don't really ask that question
Not really
a lot.
surface either, like really. How
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like lately. I kind of been feeling like. Lately, it's been like, I'm not gonna say it's been hard. Like, you know, them time periods you go through life is like the outside is not that bad. Like, you know, your bills paid, whatever. But it's like this sadness. So like lately, I kind of been like dealing with that part of like, you know, and I feel like maybe it's like a transition, like of getting older, like adulthood. There's so much coming at you at one time. So like, you know, yeah. So mentally, like lately, I kind of been like feeling weighed down, and I kind of just been trying to push through and still be consistent with everything, but then having to remind myself like maybe you need a break,
Right?
You know.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of
always in deep thought, kind of like type of
yeah.
I get those moments too. I feel like we are like that's probably what it is, the transition stage.
Yeah.
You just growing out of old shit, going into new shit. Like that's just how it feels. It feels lonely a little bit. It feels confusing.
Yes, lonely. Oh my gosh, that's the big thing.
You'll get through it, girl. I promise. One day at a time. Just take it one day at a time.
Facts.
Some days I feel like I'm here. Some days I feel like I am literally on this planet by myself.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
sometimes.
It do.
Especially like when those intrusive thoughts get to just
Yes.
having you like,
Girl, I be having to pray. I'm like, God, please.
yes.
God, please.
That's the only thing that's gonna shut up all that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Wake up in your mind racing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's gonna shut up all that noise. You gotta just be at peace with yourself.
It's like when I was younger, like throughout all the lessons I was taught, I wish that was when I was taught because you don't know like until you become an adult and you in your own mind that your mind would just start racing like that. And it's scary because it's like I can remember so many conversations being taught so many things, but like a racing mind and all of that wasn't one. So then when it hits you as an adult, you just be like, let me call a therapist because what's this? Like, what's going on? Too much.
Like, how you call a doctor if your fucking heart gets to beat?
Like, am I finna have a heart attack? This a heart attack? Is this what it feels like? Bro,
I did it.
it's real. It's real.
You feeling all right today?
I'm a little sleepy today, but I wanted one of them days to where I can just. I don't wish it was this way for real, but I kind of wish I could live like it was, like so where the time would just stop.
Ooh.
And like you could
just take a beat.
Take a like you know how to say take a deep breath. No, I'm talking about like time stopping everything.
Yeah.
Like everything stop. Nobody need nothing for like 24, 48 hours. Like just one of them days where you can just be carefree. Like I just feel like I'm missing something like that because
I want that to last for like a week.
Really.
Yeah.
I wish it could last for a week, but then I know by the time the third day hit, I'll be thinking about like, oh, what about this? I should be working. I should be sitting. You know, you just always feel like you're supposed to be busy, but I feel like I just need a day to where, or 2 or 3, or like you said, a week to just it not be anything demanding. Like I feel like I'm an Uber driver. I'm a everything.
Everything, bro.
Like,
then I get on social media, I be like I just roll my eyes because it's just always something. It's another story. It's another fear unlocked. I said, bro, another fear unlocked.
Your brain racing too.
Yeah, it's like, cause you're already getting older, right? So that's already a thing. Like that's just already a thing. You don't know when your time is. You getting older. You just thankful for another day. Then you gotta look at all of the situations that's happening, and it's just like
the food, the
women. Yes.
What?
human trafficking.
Oh
all
my
that.
God.
Yes.
I gotta watch how I
Down
turn
to
me.
what you eat.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous,
I'm tired of thinking about that. Like I told you, it's two things that I'm so tired of thinking about: what I'm gonna do to my hair and what I'm gonna eat.
bro.
Like I'm just sick of
Dead
it.
ass.
Like when I was young, my sister, she didn't get her license. Well, I don't know if she still have it, but anyway, she used to hate driving on the freeways. And I used to be like, girl, why do you like, I used to just, I had my license at a young age, so I used to just be driving everywhere. And I was like, why are you so scared of the freeways? It wasn't until this year that now I have a complete fear going around the tall freeways when I'm going around a curve.
right.
Like all I think about is like the whole thing just collapsing
Girl,
and
I
flipping
feel like
over.
that's
I'm like, God, please
yes.
just get me down. If you get me down for
Be trying to drive slow.
Yes.
But then trying to drive fast. 'cause
to
you wanna
get
go.
over it, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it collapsing. I'm thinking about it not being finished. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ending.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna send me.
Drive into the construction.
No,
zone,
literally.
And they been done.
Because
Like,
you know
that's-
what?
'Cause
I
the
think
roads
it's
be-
social media. Because before things happen like car accidents, weird destinations.
You never get to
types
see
that
it.
you
You
never
only
see
hear about it.
But now we hear about everything, the most craziest stuff. You can be, we can see some on like that neighborhood talk thing that we talking about. They post everything.
Yes.
Like they can say somebody in such and such lost their eye to. You be like, what?
I'm like, and
They
see,
got a ring camera video.
what?
Right.
And it make it worse when you used to watch. Like I used to be so embedded in like Saw and Final Destination. So when stuff like that be happening in real life, I be like, now wait a minute. Now wait a minute.
I'm the girl myself. Yeah,
I had to stop, and I had to stop watching that type of stuff because now that I'm getting older, like, and like stuff really be happening. And like when I was younger, my mom used to always be like, "Oh, I had a classmate that died from this, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And now as I'm getting older, and like I be hearing about classmates dying, I'm like,
Right.
"Oh,
It's
this is
your
like really a
reality
cycle."
now.
Like, yeah, like I had a classmate 2 weeks ago that I was cool with in high school. Kind of find out he was trying to get into his apartment and got stabbed to death at his door. I said, "What's going on?"
Yeah, we live in scary, very scary.
It's the
times.
devil, baby. It's the devil.
It
Yeah,
is
it
definitely
really is.
very
Doing his
much
last
the
little
devil.
dance before God come in.
Because people are not in touch with their spirituality.
Yup.
People are not in touch with anything higher power. They are
Yeah.
just on surface level, social media,
Yeah.
you know, material,
Such a perverse
what today
world.
looks like, you know what I'm saying? What can I get?
Yeah.
What can I touch? They are so like
Yeah.
they don't believe in nothing.
It's not funny. Like I'm really not. I don't feel like I'm a judgmental person because I'm really not. But I really used to be like, I couldn't be friends with somebody. Like, let's say if I was watching a movie and I feel like the movie had a deep message, and I'm like, oh, what do you got the message? And they got like something like really surface level. I'd be like, oh, that's not. You could have not have just got that out that movie. Like, it was a whole
you did just not
message,
watch all
right?
that.
It was a whole message about how we get to the next life and how we get through this life, and you ain't get none of that. All you got was the bad acting. Cause I feel like it be signs everywhere. Like,
That shit drives my brain. We were just talking about how social media. I think it's social media stuff.
yeah,
But I also just think, like I said, it's just people not being in touch with anything. They don't have no spirituality.
Yeah.
They don't have no belief, no faith, and nothing but viral moments. And you know what I'm saying? And vlogs and social media. It's really crazy.
yeah.
It's
And
a-
God said it's gonna be like that, so I'll be like,
It is. This
Well.
is living it out. We living it
Yep.
out. Now.
We are, very much so. Okay, so y'all want to get into our tease topics of the day? We're going to talk controversial
good,
topics, tease topics.
yeah. How you doing? You.
I like sipping on that Keela, y'all. Anyway, I'm doing real good, okay, now, because today my day, I ain't gonna say, I had a good day. Like you said a couple weeks ago, I've just been trying not to let little moments make it a whole bad day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I had a moment where, because the company I work for, I'm working through a temp agency. Because I originally got hired on through the temp agency. After 90 days, I was supposed to be a permanent hire. I didn't already talk to my boss about that and everything.
Yeah.
It's in the works. It's just taking longer than usual, whatever. But the temp agency was playing on my top today, and it really pissed me off. Like, really drove me. Like, I was trying not to cuss at them because I'm like, at the end of the day, I am still working for them.
Yeah.
I'm working on another company. Like, they can't fire me from this company, but it just pissed me the fuck off so bad that they was playing with me like that. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a breather. I'm not gonna let this control me.
Yeah.
At first, I was talking to them in my professional voice, but by the end of the conversation, I said, this shit don't make no sense. Y'all got me mixed up. I'll be up there in the morning. Like, it just was not, they was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? They was fucking with me. Like, and it just wasn't adding up. And y'all ain't finna play. And one thing I'm gonna do is calculate that shit.
And it ain't
And if
adding
it ain't adding up, if the math ain't mathing, y'all gonna see about me. And I told somebody the other day on Facebook, like, I think it was a post like, what's your biggest flaw that you can admit to? And I was like, I have to have proof behind everything. Can't nobody just tell me that's what it is. And you can't just tell me that. Like, you gotta either show me something, show me the facts.
It gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. It gotta make
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? And that's all I'm telling them. Y'all show me where I signed that paper that said
You gonna get out of that though.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie.
Really
Certain things though.
To a point of your life where things don't make sense, and you're gonna you're gonna miss the moment because you're gonna be trying to make it make sense.
And I probably have passed up a couple of times like that because I'm just trying to make it make sense. But like that is
and like you were talking about being spiritual. When you're a believer, you
walk by faith, not by sight.
Stuff don't make sense. It never does. Like nothing ever makes sense.
That's one thing that I heard in the sermon earlier that I'm just trying to learn from. I'm just really trying to get that out of my spirit. But it probably has helped me a lot more than it has hurt me. But you know what I'm saying? I got to get that hurt all the way up out of there.
What?
I have to have a steady balance of it. You know what I'm saying? Have concern where I should, make people prove themselves when they should. But at other times where I should just literally let faith lead me, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? That's an option too. What's up, Comment Crew? We're back with another amazing offer. We've been served today, baby. We've been served up. So we had catering today from Bonnie's Trap Kitchen. The owner is Miss Simply Orion. Shout out to Ori. And she made for us. You wanna give some of the goods she gave us today? Because baby, it was so good.
Favorite, the sweet chili chicken wings. Oh my God, y'all probably can see a little bit on my mouth right now. We had blackened chicken salad sliders. Get into that tongue twister. Blackened chicken salad sliders. I'm telling you, top tier. I've been wanting to try chicken salad, and this was a good first example. A lot of people gonna have a lot to beat, so definitely and 10 out of 10. The cameraman / producer's favorite, the empanadas, the beef empanadas with cilantro verde. Right? Am I saying that right? Verde. Yeah. Okay. It was definitely a 10 out of 10. Altogether, I recommend the whole service. Very professional, very good. Definitely the fruit tray. We can't leave that out because it was very refreshing at the end of our meal. We're trying to watch our figures. Unbig these backs a little bit. So you can't keep on going in. You gotta pause and eat that fruit, girl. You say, I gotta get something sweet. That fruit was that need to be your something sweet. Yes. So place y'all orders now at Bonnie's Trap Kitchen. She does a menu, I think twice out the week where she's just serving, so y'all can tap in with her on that. Make sure y'all like, comment, and share. She is also the home of Her Flavor Never Miss, and it did not miss. It did not disappoint. Ever. It did not miss. She was right on target today, and I'm sure it's always. So y'all Definitely. Make sure y'all check in with our girl and get y'all catering services catered, and see y'all next time. Tell the comment section sent you.
Shop your shit, I'm a real hot topic.
This is what's coming your way.
Okay.
Hot topic, yeah.
So, what I want to talk about today was protecting black women and just being girls. Most times today in the society, they're kind of like pinning us against each other. How they do you rather be a Sexy Red or you want to be a Janae Aiko, or you want to be a Sukiyana, or you want to be a this, that, and the third. Like, I just want to discuss, like, being more of a girl's girl. Like, do you think you're a girl's girl?
I think I'm how do I say this? I'm not a anything girl, if that makes sense. Like, I love my girls. I don't go against, I just choose not to go against, like, that's your life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, I was reading the Bible the other day, and it was basically talking about, like, to the measure that you judge people, God gonna judge you, type thing. So it's like, I feel like people that be like, oh, well, if this girl this way or this girl this way, it's like, it's somebody for everybody. It's a friend group for everybody. That's either somebody who fit in your friend group and your genre, or it's not. But that don't mean that you gotta be like, oh my God, like, go against that person or go against that woman. Like, that's just not for you. Like, I'm completely against, like, bullying, like, anybody else's, like, life, because it's like, we not judges or jurors. I feel like you find your people and your people find you, and, like, that's what it is. And then don't come against nobody else and their people. Like, that's not up to
I
us.
understand that. I just feel like, to me, I feel like I look at the bigger picture to everything.
Yeah.
So, like, even if that's not my cup of tea, that's not the girl that I would choose to hang with, that's not that, or whatever, I still feel like I want to be the person that I want that person to be to me if I have to interact with them.
Facts.
I still want to try to correct women, especially black women. Not necessarily correct, because like a lot of
Help,
people, like,
God. When you're wrong, like, hey, sis.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about that, because I think people take that so out of context, the don't judge because God will judge you the way. Judging is one thing. Telling somebody that what they're doing
is wrong.
It's wrong and is sin. That's not judgment.
Right.
Judgment is saying because you did that wrong, you should go to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you did that wrong, God should kill you right now. That's judgment.
Yeah.
But me simply saying, you know, that what
You
you protecting it is sin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know
It's
what
like
I'm saying?
friendship. Like, I don't want a friend that's gonna be like a yes man. It's like, if I'm wrong,
Right.
like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, hey, girl, like, you know, like, this is what you did. This may not be right. And it's important to have people around you that who can do that, and it's important to have people who not get offended when you tell them that, you know, something is wrong.
And I just feel like a lot of women in our generation don't have that discernment to take accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know the difference between somebody hating and somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully trying to be like, hey, I wouldn't want that for you. Like, or I wouldn't want that for anybody that look like you. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I love that y'all say that, because it's literally earlier I was literally just saying, like, because I be getting on social media and I be so mad. Like, I'm going to just, like, use Krishan. Like, when she had the little baby hanging, everybody like, oh my God, like, she shouldn't have that baby hanging. I'm like, did y'all say, hey, sis, like, this is how you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's always somebody on social media saying what somebody else couldn't be doing. And it's like, then they going home crying about their situation. Like, you got your own problems. You don't want nobody doing that to you. Like, if you see somebody is falling short, like, and why as a community we not just uplifting, like, hey, you know, you did this. It's always just, oh my gosh, you're just so disgusting because you did that. Like, you don't know where nobody came from, like, what nobody been through. Like, help each other. It's all about help, not,
exactly.
You know?
We did, I always say this all the time. My perception of starting this podcast was to get different perceptions for people. Like, was to see, hey, you grew up like this or you grew up like that. That's probably why you think like that. We probably have some, some ways of thinking alike, but we grew up different, or you grew up like this, so that's why you think that way. But I do think it is important to, especially in the black community, since a lot of us are so individualized.
Yeah.
Like, everybody like, shit, that ain't me. That ain't my people. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't affecting me. I do still think we need to get to a place where correction isn't
disrespect.
Isn't disrespect, or just you know what I'm saying? Correction isn't like throwing it in your face.
Yeah.
Rude, you know.
And that's just because we as a people, as black people, have had to live in defense mode so long. It's always so many people trying to come against us.
Right.
It's always that we just, it's the trauma response that we have to be defensive. Like, oh, you trying to put us down. Oh, you trying to put me down. And it's like, we don't even know how. It's just sad that we don't know how to accept that from somebody. Like, you really could die about it nowadays, trying to tell somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And I think what it all really comes down to is people don't have a spiritual compass, and people are not in tune with God. And I feel like people don't know how to take correction, but it's a lot of people that are giving correction
out of a hateful place.
Not even out of a hateful place, because sometimes it can be coming from a good place.
They don't know,
but it's not coming from God.
Exactly.
So I can't correct. I'm not gonna be able to take correction from you off of your own opinion.
Right.
A lot of people don't like talk to God about how they should come to somebody. Like, if T asks me something, I can give my opinion about something, and my opinion might line up with her opinion. But a lot of times I don't speak from Krista's opinion. I speak from what God would want me to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or what he would want me to say, or how he would want me to handle him. Because a lot of times you don't get anywhere with correcting people from your perspective.
Exactly.
Because you're not perfect, so they're not going to take it.
Yes.
Because they looking at you
That's
like,
exactly
how can you tell me that and you do
Exactly.
this and that? So my thing is, whenever somebody asks me for something, I'm going to give it to you how God would do it, and I'm going to let you know. I might not have done it that way all the time.
Yes.
But if I'm going to tell you how to do something, I'm not going to tell you the way that I did it. Because out of my flesh, I did it that way. I'm going to tell you the way that this is what it says in the word, that how you should.
I love that you said that, because it just got to be like faith that I'm here, because literally my friend just asked me for advice the other day, and she was like, I just want to know what you think. And I was just like, I said, I can tell you what I think. I said, but I know God think this on the matter. I said, this is what God think about the matter. And she's like, I know I call you because we could talk. I said, it's no reason for me to sit here and give you my opinion on how I feel like you should take that. Because I know this is what the scriptures say. So, you know what I'm saying? And like I told her, I said, this is what the scriptures say. I said, but of course, you know, God know you're not perfect. Nobody perfect. So, you know, that's something you got to talk to about him. But I always be saying, like, telling my friends, like, I can't give you my opinion because that's me being self-righteous. Like, I'm your God. Like, this you know what I'm saying?
But I was just listening to a sermon today by Jerry Flowers, and he was just talking about knowing the voice. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when you can actually hear God talking. So you might be the only voice, the only godly voice that they hear.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
I also heard a Kurt Franklin song at the end of the day, which was like, you might be the only God they see. You know what I'm saying?
The only.
So go out and touch somebody, hug somebody, whatever it said. So like, you literally might be the only person around them that's like, that gives them that little, you know what I'm saying? Some other people might be, girl, fuck that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really like just a straight opinion. Nothing like really deep thoughted, deep, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. Nothing spiritually, nothing faithfully guided, nothing, just factual opinions or probably what they been through, their perception of shit that they didn't happen. Just like we were talking about with the last person we talked to, like, carrying baggage, that's sometimes put baggage on people that they don't even have to carry. Like we was talking about on social media, people sometimes absorb shit that ain't even for them. It could be a girl that you follow that tweets all day. Niggas cheat, fuck niggas, niggas cheat. You ain't never been cheated on, but you absorbing this shit all
and then you want to go comment and be like, oh girl, my man ain't cheat on me. It's like, she wasn't talking to you.
Exactly. But some people are so perceptive to shit like that, they absorb in their mind, oh well, all niggas cheat. This is what bitches is out here saying. She's saying this every day.
So now you go home and you be looking at now you been doing that you picking a fight based off of somebody else's trauma.
Exactly, because you done put that on your back.
And it's definitely social media, because you can go on there and be like, oh, if a guy not doing this for you, mean he don't care about you like this. But he got his own situation different than any other guy do. You don't know why he is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff that we perceive, and that's why it's just funny because I came into this and I was talking to my manager and we was saying, because I had this one podcast, I said something about religion and I was like, dang, I feel bad. And so I was like, okay, you know what? We're not gonna talk about like religious stuff because I had to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't gotta worry about that.
Exactly. But I love that you guys brought that up because he know. I was like, because that's something I always resort to without even like doing it consciously. It's God. Yes, like
I literally today, God put it on my heart because I've been having some thoughts about the podcast. Period.
Yeah.
And God was just putting it on my heart. He was like, you don't have to stop doing the podcast, because I'm like on this journey with God that I'm trying to make sure I'm always pleasing to Him.
Yes.
So I know that some of the topics that we talk about, I don't really necessarily want to talk about it, or I know that it's not pleasing to God. So I'm gonna be like, maybe I need to rethink this whole podcast thing. But God really spoke to me today, and He was like, it's not that you need to
rethink
not do the podcast or rethink doing the podcast. Is what value you can bring. You need to bring it and not be afraid to bring it because of what other people might take you being as too holy, too this, too that. Always want to talk about God, this and that. And He was like, just stand in it. Like if that's who you are, stand in who you are. You were standing in who you were before you came in.
Exactly.
So now standing who you are. Like even with the Coco's counseling, I was like, I might need to change that. Like I might not want to do that because I might want to use that time to bring the word, because that's just who I am. Like naturally, like I just.
Yeah, we did have a word of the day first. We can always go back.
Yeah.
Because I was on this one podcast and they was asking me like, because you know, like I don't curse my music. I don't talk about certain things. And it's like, why? I was like, because like I was raised religious. So my goal always was like when it comes to like my music it has to be God body. Like I don't curse because, you know, like that's just a major thing on like why I don't curse and why I always talk about like uplifting. I watch what I say in my music because people repeat it and God always says power in the tongue. So like I always incorporate that into like who I am as an artist.
I need your music because I literally just deleted all of my
secular
music out of my phone. Like,
wow.
I've been not listening to it. It's just been there because I'm always like, what if somebody get in my car? They ain't gonna want to hear church. They ain't gonna want to hear that. But then like that was another thing. I was like, you gotta stand in this. Like,
you gotta stand in it.
It ain't no straddle the fence. You can't be in it and then when you get around people that's the other world, you're not in it no more. You know what I'm saying? So
I just read that scripture too. They say like God say he hate the double minded. He hate double mindedness, not the double minded. It's the act of double mindedness. He hate not the human because we're not perfect. It's always just the sin that he hate, not the person.
Exactly.
Type
And
thing.
we have been talking about just like reconstructing our podcast to fit us how we are. From the beginning, I've always called us righteousness and righteousness, like because she has the righteousness, but I have the righteousness. But I'm growing and I'm in that transitional period to where I'm learning more about like what she know. I'm kind of keeping her teed up about what I know. Like, so we balance each other good, but I never wanted anybody to think that we are just all of one, all of ratchet, or this is just
we own people.
A Bible podcast. Like I really want them to know, like you can still have friends, like even in your transitional period, or even when you spiritually all the way there, you can still have friends. You can still, as long as you true to yourself, or you know what I'm saying, you standing in what you believe. I feel like that's.
And I always ask God to give me, because I know that it can come off. Like, I'm not going to save nobody by telling them, oh, you doing sin, oh, you want to...
Judgmental. It can come off like judgmental.
Yeah, so I can't save people like that. So I always ask God, whatever I say, like, just please don't let it come off as I'm better than them because I know this, or
I love that you pray.
You know what I'm saying?
I really did, because my prayers after, like, certain episodes we did was for you to just have a better delivery with it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I know what she's trying to get across.
Oh, this is so cute. I love it.
I literally have never told her this.
I love it.
And I was just like, I don't want people to...
take it offensive.
Other people to be attacking her like that. Like, I don't ever want it to get to a point where, like, we post something and everybody like, fuck Coco, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
I don't give a damn because they can't save me from hell. When my body be in hell, they gonna be up here doing the same dumb shit they was doing before. Excuse my language. So I, like, even T, when she told me one time after the episode, she was like, you gonna beat your match one day. And I was like, what's up? Like, okay, let's go. Your master is the devil and mine is God. So who you think gonna win?
Exactly.
And let me tell you something. I got something to say about that because, like, I used to be. Let me tell you something, y'all. I used to be a hothead. Like, I used to be a hothead. When I say a hothead, I mean like, cause somebody can say something wrong and it's like it's gonna have to be a punch that follow. Cause I was really a hothead. I was so defensive. Everything, like, I would get so, it was so bad to where, y'all, I couldn't even talk on the phone with a customer service representative without being like, bro, hurry up. Like, you know, getting upset. And I had to, one day I said, God, please work on my patience because I could feel the enemy trying to take over, like, me in that way. And I really had to, like, pray. When I say I had to pray so hard, and, like, I know that God sent, like, a Holy Spirit, like, peace over me. Like, now, like, in any situation, every situation, like, I just catch myself, like, something happened, I just, like, stare and look. And I just be like, God, please.
Because that's what it be, that's what people think that the devil is just like, boom, hit you. Like, no, it's very slow. It's slowly. It's you on the phone with the customer service. And it's you and your boyfriend.
At Walmart.
All day.
And now you just snapping everywhere.
And then that small argument that was with your boyfriend, you didn't pull the knife. Now it's escalated. Now that time you kind of got calmed down. Then the next time you like, oh, I'm going all the way with it. So it's like the small things that will get you there.
And that's when you know, to me, that's a sign that you too far from God. It's always a sign. It's like, God, all right, you know what? This right here means that I'm too far from you, and I need to really snap out. I need to come back to you because this means that the devil in some way he has drawn me too far away from you. Because when your mind starts slipping, that means you don't have God no more. That means you don't have God no more.
Don't ever change your stand in your truth for whatever you want to be. Do what you do. If people, and that was another thing that I meant to talk to you about. I want to ask you, like, I didn't even know that you were, like, you know what I'm saying, very spiritual like this before. But, because I can't tell that from your Instagram. I can tell that you're an artist. You know, I can tell certain things about it, but I can't just. No, seriously.
Yeah, I don't be on there preaching sermons.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I could tell that you are into your music and stuff like that, and, like, listening to some of it. I guess I can kind of get that. I didn't notice that you weren't cussing and stuff, but now that you said it, I'm like, okay, I get that from her music. So I want to ask, like, do you think, like, any of that could really, like, the industry can really, like, kind of change how
I feel like it can.
You are as an individual?
Wait, what? Do I feel like the industry can change me?
Yeah, like, so you can record sales and get...
Oh, no.
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's been tried.
Conform to the industry,
I will never conform, but it has been tried. I mean, I have been told that as a female artist, I need to dress more sexual to have sex appeal. I don't have to have sex appeal with nobody but my man. That's me, number one. But I have been told so many things. I need to curse. And the answer is going to always be no. Because if it's meant for me to make it, God gonna make that happen regardless. And if it's not, I don't want God to let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So the music I make is for a reason. It's for those young kids who think that the only option is to take their clothes off and twerk and do other stuff. It's for the young kids that feel like, dang, I gotta do it. No, babe, it's another way. And it's a way for everybody. Whatever way that you on your path, that's cool. But I'm not changing who I am because it's so many kids, it's so many people who come to me and said, thank you for being how you are. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And it's not even just about that. It's about my relationship with God because I know that God need things. It's certain things like, just like how the devil got his own lane, God got his own lane for his people. And I want to, that's the lane that I'm going to stay in. The road is very narrow. I love it. I love finding a way to to listen to a beat and write a song about something else. Start writing a song. I write a song about a planet. Write a song about a tree and incorporate it into love. Yeah.
That brings us to.
I was just gonna say that definitely brings me to my next topic. I seen a reel with Charleston White.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah. So I seen a reel with him, and I'm gonna post it for y'all. I'll post a clip of it because it's 5 minutes long. I'm not gonna post the whole thing.
Sexy Red.
Yeah, I hate her. She's delivering a whore spirit amongst young girls. We've had a gangster spirit. The gangster spirit damn near wiped the young black males out. This whole spirit is fit to do a number on the young black girls. The powers that be, the tools of white supremacy have never just strictly targeted black girls. They first started targeting black girls with imagery, saying, black girl, you're not pretty if you don't have white girl hair. The black man had already shamed the black woman's image to the world by way of rap lyrics. Bitch, hoe, suck my dick, pouring beer on her in the rap videos. So now we're at a point now, if a black woman is raped, she's gonna be questioned compared to a white woman. They're gonna automatically think a black girl wants it. So what we're gonna start seeing, because of the imagery of Sexy Red, we're gonna start back seeing white boys getting drunk, getting their trucks, going back into the black community, snatching up the Sexy Red looking black girl. It's gonna get ugly on me for the black girl. So the black girl finna start being raped more. She's finna start being publicly brutalized like the woman who was hit in the head with the rock. All of this imagery makes it easy for a black woman to get hit in the head with a rock, and we all stand around and look at it.
But I'll post a little piece of it, and basically the gist of his reel was somebody asked him about Sexy Red. The first thing that came out of his mouth was, I hate her ass. Like, she's damn into the culture. But I feel like he does that for clickbait. Because what he went on to say was deep. He went on to say it's kind of just how the drill music and how the gangster music did to the young boys. Now the young boys have no values. They growing up killed. They don't have nothing. They don't have no, you know what I'm saying, desire to be better. They don't have no
desensitized to killing.
They desensitized. They don't have no discipline. Like he said that ruined the younger black man. And he said people like Sexy Red and us trying to normalize too much sexuality is gonna do the same thing for black women. It's gonna open up doors to people raping without justification. People like he said, how that girl got smacked across the head with a brick, and people asking, well, what she did first. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's justifying everything.
Yeah, it's kind of justifying what the crime that people want to, you know what I'm saying? The devilish shit that people want to do to people as it is, and especially black women. Yeah. And I think he had like a very valid point with that, because everything has a bigger picture to it.
Y'all got something to say about that, but yeah, go ahead.
Everything to me has a bigger picture to it. Yeah. It's always, you know what I'm saying, more to just the surface area. Oh, she free. She taking off her clothes. She can do what she want. But how is that affecting us as a whole? So like, what you think?
I'm gonna say this.
You want to see the video?
No, I want to see the video. I know how he talk. This is my thing. This is how I speak. Like I said, I always speak from a God body. I read the scripture. I know what the scriptures say, right? People been raping people, generations, hundreds past years. Mm-hmm. People been making sex music, hundreds past. Women been making thought music since they started making music. Mm-hmm. period. You had this not the first generation. People make Sexy Red not the first, and she for sure won't be the last. You're gonna always have a woman that rather get on the pole than go cook in the house. You always gonna have it until God come and turn this in the earth. So what he's saying, it's the truth, but it's always been the truth. Now you got social media make it. If I raise a child, because if I don't listen to Sexy Red, I don't have nothing against her though. If I did listen to Sexy Red, she's not convincing me to go be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Because I was raised a certain way.
Right.
She not convincing me. She only convincing the women who already agree with that anyway. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's what it is. You raise how you raise. It's been since I was a kid. It was Lady Marmalade. It was plenty of songs I couldn't listen to because they was promoting the same thing Sexy Red promoting. Since when I was a kid, it didn't just start now. But the Bible already talk about what it's gonna be, what it has been from time and time. You had the Jezebels. They called them Jezebels back in the day. Yeah. So it's like now everybody's like, oh my God, like sex, as if she's like some new item in like the culture. She's some new, but it's just so much more camera action now that it's just so widely acceptable. That is like, oh no, this impact when, if we being honest, it's been that impact. It's either you, at this point, it's either you God body or you not.
Yeah, I think from his perspective in the video, I feel like what I got from that was we are, not that it hasn't always been it, but we are more so like, it's almost kind of like it's a spirit now. Like it's always been a spirit, but it seems like it's more of a spirit that is with an agenda. Like it's not just a spirit that is already, that has always been. It's more so that, you know how like the people that's higher up, technically, like the industry moguls, the people that are puppeteering these things, I feel like they are in tune. It's almost kind of like them being want to show that God isn't real. Basically, they have the agenda to show that God isn't real, and I feel like her specifically, and as far as anybody else is concerned that does what she does, I feel like it's a spirit that we are just making okay. You get what I'm saying? It's more made okay. Like even back in the day, like we talk about the Trinas, the Lil Kims, the people that already were doing that type of stuff. That was more so. That's what they did. Whoever listened to that music, listened to that music. We didn't let our children listen to it. BET After Dark. It was After Dark. They were trying, even though it was on TV, it was in a box. It was in a box.
But you gotta think.
With the gay stuff, even with the homosexuality. Yes. Homosexuality is an agenda. It's being pushed.
I do agree. These are
people, but it's being pushed. Like it's a propaganda. It's like it's something like. They using it.
Yeah.
It's like they're using it as a tool. Before it was like, okay, this is music. This is what hip hop is. This is that. But now it's like, okay, so now we know what hip hop is. Okay, so we need to get her.
We know how this can push.
We know how this can help our agenda.
Yeah.
So it's always been that, but now they're taking it and using it to help their agenda.
And that's because we know. I guess to me, I always look at something like this from spiritual, because God said like in the last days, those type of spirits gonna start trying to intensify because they are about to leave, and that's why I say like, you know, it's gonna really come down to like if you God body or not, because in the last days those things are gonna like it's gonna like become so rapid. But he said like, you know, to not like fret or like you can't really panic at it because it's like okay, but
save yourself, like he said.
Exactly, but it is hard to like, you know, like. It is hard to raise kids spiritually, I feel, in this social media age because you got the teacher. I think I did see a teacher that was like doing like the remix to the song, you know.
Oh yeah,
and
how she get her class attention.
Yeah, and it's just like we just really in trying times where like really your only answer is to pray because the social media is just so freaking.
The frequency of it is so high. Like everybody is so attached to it. And I think the only thing that makes it a real big difference from the Trina era to now is that it is literally on the world.
The exposure.
TikTok can make it to China and different countries all over the world. Like the exposure is crazy. Like at first hip hop used to be like an Americanized thing, you know what I'm saying? A black culture thing. Only for us, by us, if you know, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But now everybody can experience. Everybody can like be a part of like they know that and they are weaponizing it. They are using
they're weaponizing it,
Yeah, they are using it as a tool. Like, okay, let's make the Sexy Reds of the world pop. Let's make this popular. Let's make this cool to be. So
you know how hard it is to make it when you're not doing like sexual. Baby, let me tell you something.
I've heard
It's
some dope lyricists. Like,
yes.
Women, from singers to rappers.
Yeah.
I've heard some dope people that are like still at the very, very, very bottom of the totem pole, and barely getting looked at, barely getting them features, and I'm just like,
because the minds are like trained.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Sexy Red did a feature with everybody in the industry at this point. I just seen her on a song with I think it was a singer. I forgot who.
That kind of stuff like that though, it makes me believe even more that
It's an agenda.
It's an agenda, and not even that it's an agenda. It's just the fact that, like you said, it's either you of the world or you not.
Yeah.
Like it and I think that's why I'm so passionate about it sometimes.
Yeah.
When I come off like strong about it, because it's like it literally, I'm gonna tell y'all my notes for today when I was in devotion, right? Literally, I wrote my thing that I want people to do is to hear from God as soon as possible. We have this habit of saying stuff like, well, she young, she got time. You don't have time.
Because you don't know how much time you got.
You don't.
Like,
and it's like, you gonna spend your time like, oh, I'm young, I still can do. As soon as you hear about God, please like do your due diligence to look into it, because you don't have time. I put this on there too. I said, don't take what he's saying to you lightly. Things that are time sensitive, I said these things are time sensitive. Like it's time sensitive. It's like it's not. Oh, I'm young, I can do this. I can twerk. I can.
I'll wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I agree. Cause somebody, somebody old head told me one time. They said, you know what? It was about like people who like, how you said, don't take advantage. Like when God talks to you, it was like, you think you got all these chances. They was like, what if God killed you in the midst of your worst sin? Mm-hmm. What if you got killed in the midst of your worst sin? You didn't even have a chance to repent.
Yeah.
In the midst of your worst, think about the worst thing you ever done. You died right there. No chance to repent. No chance for nothing.
Yep. No, for real.
Every day is like that. And you know what? I had a conversation with somebody that they didn't really, I don't say they didn't believe in Jesus, but I'm going to say like, people always associate the Bible with religion. And the Bible has nothing to do with religion. Religion is a man-made thing. The Bible is its own thing in its own.
Exactly.
And another old head told me one time, they was like, what is the repercussions of believing in what Jesus taught? What's the bad repercussions?
Right.
There isn't none. Mm-hmm. But what's the repercussions of not believing in what he taught? Doing the complete opposite, regardless, in life. Just weigh the options. If you start doing the opposite of what Jesus taught, hatred, anger, killing, death, it's a whole bunch of bad stuff. Mm-hmm. But just to believe in what Jesus taught, love your neighbor, do right by God, it's only good consequences anyway. Like,
And I hate when people say stuff like, oh, that's why I don't go to church, because this and that. But it's like, you go everywhere else. You go.
Wait, did you watch when Jerry Flower, what he said? That's like saying, I don't go to the gym because there's fat people there.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like that my story when he was talking about the singer, when he was like, if you go to a concert and somebody says your great name, you're not gonna stop talking. You're not gonna stop liking that singer because somebody else sung it.
Did a bad
exactly.
You're gonna stop liking that person, but that don't mean just because a pastor did something that don't represent God, don't mean you stop liking God.
But because he's still human, and God already said that humans are imperfect.
Yes.
So take the human out of it. Nobody cares about you.
Exactly. And I feel like it's more so just a thing to prolong the period of being in the world. Mm-hmm. When it all come down to, when you hear people talk, it's not even so much that they don't want to believe in God. They just like seeing more. Seeing
they're more comfortable.
Yeah, it's more familiar to them.
It's easier.
And I think it comes like repentance comes with a level of care. Like when I'm passionate about talking about God, it's not because I'm trying to condemn anybody. It's just because I care so much about.
I know the great outcome for you.
Yes, and not even for you, just
for
like,
everything.
And it's doing for me to please him. You know what I'm saying? Like I care. Like it's almost like when somebody talk about your mama. You ain't about to just let nobody talk about your mama and you not have a care about your mama that makes you defensive in that. You know what I'm saying? Or like makes you want to make sure
Jesus did get defensive sometimes. I don't know why people always forgot that. He turned over tables, baby. He was very, you not playing with his daddy. And then
Exactly.
No, for real.
And then I watched this one movie I always recommend people to go watch. It's called The Case for Christ. If you don't believe in Jesus, you don't believe in, go watch The Case for Christ. When I tell you the movie had me crying.
Is
like
that the little boy?
It's about this couple who they had kids, and then one kid got like a gumball out of a machine. And actually this same couple they teach now in the Woodlands. But they got like the kid got choked on a gumball, and then this lady at the restaurant had like revived a child, and she was like, I wasn't supposed to be here tonight, but God told me to like get off the freeway and come here tonight. And basically the mom started like going to church and believing in Jesus, and the dad started getting like mad. He was like, why you keep, he was like,
2 different pages with it.
so when I tell you, he was a reporter. So he started going to the ends of the earth to try to prove like that Jesus wasn't real. When I tell you, he went to like the top scholars at Baylor, scientific people, and they was like telling him, they was like this one medical doctor broke it down so good of what would have happened to Jesus. He was like when they would have did this, it would have like affixated, and he was like no, like this happened. It's medically proven today in science. And then when I think he got to like a scholar at one of the top colleges, like this all real life. And the scholar was telling him about like the disappearance in the tomb, but she was breaking down like on how it actually happened. And he was saying like that he before was an atheist and now he's not. Like he wrote top-selling books on being an atheist, and now he retracted all of that. And he asked him, he said, how much evidence is enough for you? He was like, when will you stop? And then the guy was like, I don't understand why one man would do this for everybody.
Right.
And then he looked at the picture of Jesus and he was like, it was love. When I tell y'all, like, I could cry right. That, y'all, because it really, when I tell you, it broke me down, because it's like, to believe in Jesus, to be like, no man finna, but when somebody say it's because of love, and I have a child, so it's like, no, like, it really was because of love. Because love is one of the most powerful things. And everything Jesus did, God made sure that science will live long enough to prove those things that happened to Jesus as a fact. Everything that the Bible say, science, because people like science, science only backs up what the Bible says anyway. Anyway, it doesn't even stand on its own. Yeah. It has to have something science has to have something to back up. It's not a discovery. It's the confirmation of discovery. Where does the discovery come from? And then people be like, well, I'm sorry, y'all talk a lot. People be like, they believe in what? That we come from monkeys? Then why monkeys still not having humans then? Why monkeys still not changing into humans?
Why we ain't seeing it?
Why we still not changing into monkeys? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really make it make sense. Like, God, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I might have had just too much to drink. Did you say something about us coming from monkeys? And y'all, well, I just seen a video like 2 days ago. It was raining at the zoo. Why the fuck the monkeys was running into their house with shit over their head? Like girl, I screamed when I seen that.
Monkeys are funny.
Like they
was covering their hair. They was up in there running with shit over their
But they so smart.
That shit was funny. I said, boy, hey.
Yeah, monkeys smart.
They might have came from us. I don't know if we came from them. Right. But somebody might have had sex with the wrong creature. And probably went, yes. Because they have too many human-like traits. That shit was But I think Charleston White had a huge point. Like, I mean, he made a perfect
wrong message or right point.
Yeah. He made a perfect correlation with the whole how music affected young black boys in because I mean, as you can see, they're
baby, they holding guns for play. Like, you don't even, you know, like, you wasn't raised like that.
Back in our, like, when we were young, I don't know if y'all did this or I remember riding my brother and passing by cemeteries, used to like turn off the music, and my brother used to do like this.
No, we that's a rule.
That's just so much respect, just passing by 'em. We just driving by 'em. Now y'all like fuck your dead folks and all this other shit. And I'm like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna say no names, but it was this one female artist. What she said, something like, "I'm gonna stomp on your something grave." What did she say?
No,
I said, "What did she say?" Not stomp on your grandma's grave. I said, you know what? Honestly,
y'all can have it.
Yeah,
you can have it.
Are crazy. It's mind blowing. I'm like, damn. I don't talk about people dead family. That's I'm
not finna talk about people dead family, killing nobody's family.
What the fuck we gonna go back and forth talking about dead family? That's crazy.
Is that they like really just have glorified, and I mean killing being glorified, but the fact that they really glorify killing so much, and now people just kill so much, and it's like, oh, I caught a body. It's like, where do you think that body is getting you?
Video on social media, somebody falling out dead.
Where's the body getting you?
Watch it and keep on scrolling. You know, we might even laugh 2 videos later.
Yeah,
it's a funny video.
People get into argument like, oh, I'll offer you. It's like, people don't, when you get into with somebody, I always think like, this is somebody's baby. I mean, I look at to be sensitized, I look at every human and a baby as a baby. Like, when I look at you, when I look at anybody as a human, before I get upset now, I picture them as a baby, because that's where we all started. It's the innocence. And if you can't remember each human as that innocence, you'll lose the reality of what a human actually is.
Right. I'm starting to think like that more too, because I'm starting to think of like, okay, even I'm thinking of that more in moments where people are like spazzing out or a person. I'm like, okay,
It's like, are you okay?
They might be coming from a place of, you know what I'm saying, anger.
Yeah, like you need a hug or something.
Whatever. Like, I'm always thinking, like, what are they going through? Like,
Facts.
I'm never thinking, this bitch crazy. Like, she need a she need to. I'm always thinking,
like, are you okay?
What is going on over there? There's some deep hurt.
And it just boils down to, like, that be your way. That be your way in. A lot of times, people don't take that way in to.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's your way. That's your way.
It be your way in, but people don't have that mindset, so you can't tell somebody.
Yeah, you don't know what to say. Yeah, you don't know. That's what I think. That's what I think it is for me. And then, like, the things that I want to say, I probably didn't have the tone for, or I'm not saying it in the right manner. Like, even if I did feel like I had the words, I'm like, nah, because the way I'm gonna come off on this, I'm probably gonna sound like I'm judgmental. I'm probably gonna sound like, so let me just retract what I gotta say. Let me just try to think about it a little more. Think about what God would do, and try to, just like, for example, for like
But that's okay.
Those little posts that I was sending you about the girl thinking that, you know what I'm saying, women don't need men and we can work through this life alone. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn.
That's not the truth, because that's not how it's even made.
You need to learn how to be alone. You need to learn how to be an individual. And I was just like, that is a. And she stands. She dies on.
If you gotta be alone,
she dies.
But
on
no,
that hill. Like she posts about it a lot. Like she
she's hurt.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I.
She's
think.
hurt.
That's what I stepped back earlier because I'm like, bro.
She's traumatized.
It has to be because. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. The reason why I think that is because I posted something about marriage and what women should do in marriage earlier, and 3 minutes later she had posted something about women think that they need to be married and they always settling and this, that, and the third. And I was like, for you to take, you know what I'm saying, something you just seen and it triggered you so much, where you feel like you had to go write something to combat it, that's something deeper. You need to, you really need to look within
instead
it.
of just getting on the post. And
and really
you can never let. And I'm gonna say this because I've been married, so it's like you can never. Yeah, my divorce was just finalized, so it's like you can never. And it's like even being through that situation, like I still want to be married. Like I still have a hope. I know what, like when I got married, I was like I just turned 21, so I didn't even know like what it meant, what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But when you go through things, a lot of things are lessons in life. It never takes away the truth of what something is actually supposed to be. Your false experience never takes away the truth of what something is supposed to be. If a man didn't take care of me, that doesn't mean that a man is not supposed to provide. I don't need a man. No, baby, you had the wrong one. That's it. Yeah, you fell short.
Can you take some accountability for saying that you just didn't, you weren't up to par, or you didn't have the discernment enough to pick the right person?
But that's the problem. Nowadays you got social media like, oh, if you been through this and it failed, you're not worthy. So now people want to try to defend that because they feel like other people want to judge them.
They dying on a hill for them. They sitting up there defending some shit that they could have just been like, oh, just said, oh, that was a time in my, that happened to me, but that ain't what it is. You have no experience with all black men to say all black men ain't good men.
Literally.
You have no experience.
There's some great black men out there, y'all.
Relationships to know that.
Some good black men out there.
Y'all have to.
There's some good ones, man.
Too, baby. And y'all have to really.
Y'all don't know how to treat them, though.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even want to cook clean. Y'all just want them to put money on y'all. Y'all don't even pay your own bills. Y'all don't even pay your own bills. That's the problem.
They're gonna call us some pick-me. They're gonna be some pick-me.
And baby, the nigga, they be picking me and I don't be picking them. So whatever they want to say, I ain't worried.
Each other.
Hey.
Like, at the end of the day, we have not negated from the fact that we need each other. We need each other to, you know what I'm saying? You need me to nurture. I need you to provide. Let's connect.
Let's do that. Let's do what God said we supposed to do.
Exactly.
Play your role, play mine.
I've never in my life thought that I was supposed to be navigating anything alone. And I don't even have my mom's not married. I don't have too much of that representation in my life, but never did I think that, you know what I'm saying, we were just so much at odds. And just like that video I just sent you, like I said. Like
what Kevin Gates said, we supposed to be in love. We supposed to be in love.
About black women and black men being at odds. I don't think we are at odds. I think in social media it seems like that. And it probably is like that, just probably a little bit for the younger generation.
Man, nah, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Let's just skip this. It's not even gonna do no social media as to why black men and black women is at odds. Slavery is why black men and black women is at odds. Because when we was happy with our black man, the white man will come and snatch our black man, sell a family, and separate us. So then a black woman had to get used to not having a black man. So you got black women saying we don't need a black man because they took my black man. I had to get used to raising my kids without my black man because they took him. So no, it's really not our problem. It's not our problem, but it's our problem to fix.
Exactly.
We didn't create the problem, but we do have to fix the problem. So we do have to realize that we can trust our black man. That our black men cannot fear being snatched away from their black women and their family. It's a whole thing, but we're not the ones who created the problem.
Gotta create
Safe spaces.
not even that, just you have to make sure you're not falling into them same systems that are created for us to be divided. For instance, like I thought it was very crazy when I first had my daughter. They wanted me to put it ain't all. She about to be 7, girl.
Oh yeah, I get it.
They put it to where like in order for me to be able to still receive like Medicaid or something like that, I would have to put my husband on child support. He wasn't even my husband then, so I had to put him on child support. Like that is one way that they systematically make the woman
kind of government assistance.
Yeah, you can't get
unless
no
he's
food
on child
stamps
support.
it has to be a divide in y'all two for us to help you. And of course,
Who made you put him on child support?
so for instance, for her to be under Medicaid was fine, but for me to also have it as well after the period of me having her, while I was pregnant with her, that was one thing. And then like 6 months after you have them, you can stay on Medicaid, I think, or 6 weeks, I think. But then after that, in order for you to stay on Medicaid, you would have to he would have to be
on child
signed
support.
for child. You have to sign
Really?
for child support. Yes.
Maybe that's Texas. And it's so crazy because things is different, but I don't know why they think that. I think that like when the government be looking at stuff, they think they don't factor in gas, food. I don't even want to talk about them. But really, everything for us should be free anyway. But we not even gonna get into that.
I wanted to talk about because she's an artist, and so y'all seen the viral post with Lil Baby telling the fan like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me."
No, don't touch me. Yeah.
Okay, that's
how you feel.
Yeah, I feel like any human should feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like people just look at celebrities like that they should just be touched as because that they just like an item. But no, baby, everybody is a human. Let's just take the word celebrity away because I don't even know who invented that word, but it's probably it's really an annoying word anyway because we really
I feel like Americans put too much weight on it.
because we just want to make music. Any artist we just want to make music, make money, take care of our family. That's it. The whole celebrity thing, they added that's their thing.
Right.
But no, for real, like don't touch me. It's people that want to date me that on the first date, I don't want you touching me, asking me for don't touch me. I don't like to be touched no way, but people is dirty. People got energy, spirits. No human should want to just be touched by a human that they don't know. That's where rape come in. Like, why? What's your reason for thinking that you have enough access to my body? As any human, I speak on any human. I don't care what.
But look, I
don't
want
touch
to say
me.
this because JT from the City Girls is a bitch. I'll just go
Don't
ahead
touch
and be
me.
the first one to put that out there. I don't like her. I don't feel like it's just the touching for her. Like, she just feels like she could just say anything to her fans. And at the end of the day, these are the people that you are trying to appease to. These are the people that you want to buy your music. These are the people that have you in the position that you are in. But like, to say some of the shit that she say, I just be like, girl, you act like you don't appreciate them at all.
I don't even see JT on my timeline. I don't even know what she be saying.
I know this one post she
I
had
seen
said
something
something.
on the blog page.
Yeah, it was on the blog page. She was on live, and I guess they just screen recorded a little piece. And somebody she was talking about some merch, and somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, send me some merch." You know how the people be saying. She was like, "Just go to the website and buy it. Y'all fucking broke. Y'all always want something this, that, and the third." And I'm just like, maybe they wanted you to sign it, and maybe they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just wanted. Maybe they wanted it to be personalized. Maybe they wanted it to be specifically from you, like.
Man, goodbye, cause I be playing my barber. My barber be like, cause I got a son, so I gotta get his hair cut right. I be making jokes. I be like, man, we pay your rent, we pay all your bills, cause like that's the truth though. Yeah. Like your clients, and I'm a nail tech, so when my clients pay me, they're paying my bills. Yeah. That's how that goes. So it's like you would be broke without the people giving you their money, so they not broke. You would be broke, really. If we being
I
honest.
feel like you have to have some kind of
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, sympathy. Not sympathy, but you have to have some kind of, you know, respect with them. That they ain't just, you don't know these fucking people. You can't just call everybody broke because they working a 9 to 5. They might have a good ass job.
I mean,
you know
she was a scammer though. They all got that mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just goes back to she probably needs some love. She probably needs something.
She's so mean. She is such a mean girl.
But that's the thing. Like, okay, you're a mean girl, but why? Why are you a mean girl? Like, what?
What happened to you?
What happened to you? So where you feel like you have to be a mean girl? And I don't know much about JT, but as far as wasn't she the one that was in jail out of the two of them, right?
Yeah,
like,
for scamming.
Scam. Like, I don't know what your life was that make you feel like you gotta be mean, because some people don't have that recollection of these are the people that supported me. This is how I should treat these people.
Yeah.
She obviously not.
They don't have that understanding.
You know what I'm saying? You pull somebody out of Miami, Florida, and they was in the hood. They was scamming. They was doing all this regular stuff that, you know,
they don't understand.
Just because I'm an artist now doesn't mean
exactly. You're still a human. You're still a human.
And it's almost kind of like how people put pastors and stuff on pedestals.
Yeah.
They do that to, like she just said, artists come in, they don't come in want to be a celebrity. They come in just want to make music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably need to take now. Somebody need to let her know, like, you need to take some
PR classes,
publicity classes, and like learn how to talk to people and learn how to figure out what's wrong with you that make you want to act like that.
You need to go to therapy so you can tone that fire down a little bit. Because to want to spaz out, I mean, she the same girl that threw somebody's phone for recording her.
Yeah, so
you are a fucking celebrity. Like,
I knew something was wrong with JT
when she did that.
No, when she did the thing at the
with Uzi threw the phone in his face, and shit like that.
I felt like out of all the places, we all done had our moments probably where we didn't went off on a dude or we didn't.
Oh, because it's the BET Awards, you can't do that.
But like, not even that you can't do that, but like just not being in tune that everything is not everywhere. You don't do everything everywhere. Like, it was just too much at one time in that. You know what I'm saying? That just gave me the idea, like, somebody need to get a hold of her.
Yeah,
like,
I just feel like she has no.
Somebody need to pray for her.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess all the other demons at the BET Awards, they were just acting calm. I guess she was the only one that chose to show the real side.
Right.
I just think she has no like stop button. You know how some people be like, all right, enough is enough.
Like she was just saying though, that's what I say. I feel like she hasn't had an encounter. So like she was just saying how she used to be hot headed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She might, if she would have been at maybe her level or even where she is now. If she seen, maybe if we DM'd her and she wasn't where she is now, her spiritual walk, she would have been like, who the fuck are y'all? Like, I ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a level of
maturity in your spirit.
It's how far it's
in or out, really. Like if you haven't had an encounter with God, you're not gonna act godly. You not.
But y'all, we're gonna roll right into Coco's counseling. We were getting into it today, so
this was a good episode,
y'all.
Yes.
We do this little segment called Coco's counseling, which she kind of like just gives her the people write in and she gives her opinion. And we're gonna let you get in on this too.
Okay.
So it says trigger warning, possibly like sexual assault type.
Okay.
So it says, for the past few days, I've been having extremely bad anxiety and panic attacks to the point where my body literally has physically taken its toll from me. So I asked our roommate if she had any meds for anxiety. She gave me a K-pen. Now, these have a history of making my mom go delusional and such, etc. But I just had assumed she overdosed them. Well, anyways, out of desperation, I took one. It was 1 milligram. I ended up relaxing and falling into a deep sleep. My boyfriend apparently said I was sleeping naked, and he noticed me, so he rolled my body over and started eating me out. He then said he put his in me to see if I would wake up. He said he knew I was unconscious, but he thought I would wake up. He did not stop, and he said he liked it a lot. He said I moaned and that I definitely felt it, but it seemed like I didn't want it. He said in the moment he didn't feel as though he did anything wrong, but because he was my boyfriend and he thought I would wake up and like it. But as he said it out loud, he realized this time was different and it felt wrong. Oh, wow. He said he wiped me up, then he proceeded to clean the room. After this,
what? A crime scene, like he a cold-blooded killer.
After this, he went through my phone and found out I was selling content behind his back.
He went through her phone. This can't be real. They I ain't gonna say it can't be real. I can't be the type of female, but I just want to know. Keep going.
Okay, he said he then went off on me about that. Then, as we were outside smoking some weed, he decided to tell me what happened. I have no recollection.
Oh
The
my
strange
God.
thing is, I felt weird. Like, he is the person who makes me feel safe. So I wanted him to hold me, yet he was also the one who just told me he did this to me.
Yeah.
It's over.
Unpacked a lot, right?
It's over.
That was a lot.
Let me say
All I
this.
gotta say is that it's over. That's it.
She unpacked a lot.
I don't want to get into nothing, but I know it's over, so I don't got no other opinion
My
besides
perception of it
it's done.
is marital rape is real.
Very
Look
much.
that up, baby girl. And if he would do something like continue to go, and he noticed you were unconscious, that's wild.
And then to go to wipe
That
you up and
makes it
clean up the
feel
crime scene?
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it feel like that's something that he might have did before, maybe
Or
to
he
a
might
drunk girl,
enjoyed
you
it
know
so
what I'm
much
saying?
that he'd do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't see anything. You know what's crazy?
I don't like it.
I hate to keep on bringing this, like you said, I hate to keep on bringing this back to the sermon. But you know what's crazy? I heard Jerry Flowers earlier say, if you didn't feel like you were doing, like, if you felt nothing wrong or you felt nothing while sinning, then you probably really fucked up. Like, in so many words, he said, like, you probably really
You're
have some
nowhere
deeper-
near God.
Yeah, like, you have some deep issues. If you didn't even feel like you were doing something wrong
If you weren't convicted of, you know.
Yeah, like, you didn't.
Yeah, I feel like with this situation, that's a immediate no. Like, I would definitely like leave him, be done with him, report him, because that's just boundaries. That's a boundary that you just don't cross.
I think the
That's
fact is like if you did that like while I was like drunk as my boyfriend, you said like, oh, we just had SCX and you was horny. But for you to go into complete detail about how you did this, you didn't feel comfortable and then you cleaned it up, like you just gave too many like first 48-hour details.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like now you're weird because you just basically told me you were very well aware that you didn't feel
And
right.
did y'all notice that he didn't bring this up to her until they got into an argument about him?
Yeah,
her
like,
content.
it's
so
ghetto.
that means you wasn't gonna even say nothing.
Right.
Now you think that I'm a
If it was really on your mind, that would have been some next morning type shit.
Like no, that not even on next morning. That's like, hey, okay, get up. Like
now you think I'm a whore. Now you feel like I deserve what you did to me.
Right.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Done.
Yeah,
I couldn't even imagine.
I believe him.
I know spousal rape is a thing, but like I could not even imagine your spouse being the one to do something. Like somebody that you, boyfriend, spouse, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you willingly gave it up.
That's the way it happened from a lot though, believe it or not.
It does.
I'm not surprised.
Entitled. It's like an entitlement.
All right,
That's
sister.
why, you know how our boyfriends got on here and embarrassed us like that a couple weeks ago? That's why I still make it a point to like, yeah, you my boyfriend, yeah, we've been together for a while. Even when we get married, this still my body. If I'm just not
No, it ain't
feeling
your body.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. If I'm just
No, God definitely says not your body.
It's not your body.
If I'm
Marriage
not,
is different.
like,
You cannot withhold sex. Now, to the point to where it's a violent type of thing, to where it's like, okay.
Not just with
No, you can't withhold.
no reason. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
for
like,
there is no reason to withhold
if
it.
I'm doped up and I'm depressed, that's a good reason.
Nah, when you married, that's not a reason. When you're married, your body, the Bible say your body do not belong to you.
Yeah, but not into.
But he should respect you.
Yeah, it's got to be a respect factor, and it also has to be. I'm not denying you of sex. I don't know, so I can't deny something I don't know. So if you take having sex with me and I don't know, and I'm not conscious, aware, then you out of pocket.
It's certain men who won't even touch you when you even a little tipsy.
Yeah.
And those men right there deserve rose petals at their feet.
For real. Seriously.
They deserve rose petals at their feet.
Seriously.
Because I know men who take advantage, and them, I don't know where they gonna end up, but that's between them and God.
Child, this was a good episode. I love talk like this. We weren't even.
We gotta do a part two. We gotta do a part two.
We
We gotta do a part two.
I think we really gonna try to get a panel together soon. Like,
Yes.
I really been thinking
I want
about
her back
curating
for a part 2. We need.
I'm gonna come back regardless.
She like my
your spirit.
Yes. I love it here.
I love people that read that about for real. Like, not just talk about it.
Girl, I was just into today, Job, and I was in John.
Yes, for real.
I love that. Y'all, I'm transitioning.
Girl, you good.
No, she is. She just hit me up the other day. She was like, I need some more gospel music. I'm running.
Y'all go on Pandora, type in either Thai tribute or just like worship music.
Favorite.
No, not
Wait,
Thai
is it
tribute.
Thai?
Worship give you like the calm. Worship channel give you like the calm gospel, and then Thai tribute give you like it's the God in me.
That's what I need.
Hey.
That's what I need. That turn up music.
I don't like that type.
On different days, I need different stuff.
I need that turn up
I
music
think my
every
turn
morning.
up be Tide and
No, Thai tribute.
No, I'm talking about Tide.
Oh, okay, I know
I'm talking about Tide,
the black guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I watch his sermons.
And yours, you said Thai?
Tide.
It's either Thai tribute
No,
or
you
it's just
talking
worship
about
radio, which is like it's the Caucasian people, but it's the calm.
That's what
It's the melody. It's the way maker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
You like? Oh, did you like the new music that I sent you? The R&B gospel?
Yeah, I had listened to
Oh, try Molly music. I love him.
Molly music. Okay.
It's a blessing to see people.
That's the girl that I sent you. With the R&B gospel.
I wasn't paying attention to the artist.
Well, y'all, that is gonna conclude our episode.
Until next time.
We'll have to run this back with a part 2.
We are definitely gonna run.
Period.
Just let us know when you're free again. We'll do it again, baby. Set it all
I'm
up.
free on Thursdays.
Thursday,
On
y'all know we
Thursday.
podcast.
All right, y'all.
Love
Thank
that.
y'all for watching, and we will see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.